This podcast is brought to you by the All In Network. Don't forget to head over to allinnetwork.net to find all of our other podcasts, including the All In Podcast, Rainn and Bliss Podcast, Real Deal Radio, All In Politics, and the Beast Gaming Podcast. Enjoy. Beast! Welcome back to the Beast Gaming Podcast. I'm your host, Tru Beast Mode 31. And honestly, y'all, we have so much to talk about, but we don't have enough time, all right? So my mind right now is running, it's running in circles. First off, what an amazing ending to the Call of Duty League. I mean, I truly enjoyed watching it all unfold. Unfortunately, we weren't able to see things in person, and that's okay. I mean, coronavirus hit everybody, so it kind of sucks. So we got to keep moving forward, right? So without that happening, I believe it still was a good turnout. It was a good ending to the inaugural season of the Call of Duty League, and things happened. But now we're in the midst of roster mania. If you don't know what roster mania is, it is when the organizations, the teams, and the owners, players, and all that stuff of the Call of Duty League get into the middle of this exciting moment where they start trading people. Teams start dropping players, trading other players, adding new players to their roster, and with this year, the Call of Duty League had 5-player rosters, all right? The teams had 5-player rosters. Now they're backtracking. They're going back to the old days, 4v4. So now, in my mind, who's getting dropped? Who's getting traded? Who's going to be on the bench? Like, what's going to happen next? We have a few announcements that already were made, but it is insane. But before we get into that, Cold War is going to be crazy. All right, let's remember that. Cold War is going to be crazy. But imagine having to compete when you see things like this. Really? So you're telling me the Call of Duty League is now putting players on PCs with controllers? Holy crap. So that means, for me, for the longest time, let me just go back. For the longest time, the Call of Duty World League, the Call of Duty scene were focused on PlayStation players, okay? Sony and PlayStation were big sponsors of Call of Duty, and now you're telling me you are making the switch to putting the pro players on PCs with controller. It's crazy. All right, that's insane. I'm excited for it because the pros. Hey, I think it might actually add some more quality to their games. It might actually pick up the speed a little bit. It might be a little bit more smoother for them to play on. But going back to that, the Challengers series, the whole Challenger scene is now crossplay. This is groundbreaking for Call of Duty, and I gotta be honest, I'm very nervous. Only reason why I'm nervous is look at what happened with Call of Duty Modern Warfare and the hacking and the cheating that has happened when crossplay was enabled and PC players got into the mix. It almost destroyed Warzone. It made Warzone become unplayable and just downright not even fun anymore for a lot of players. Even pro streamers and pro gamers out there, they wanted to play a game that was enjoyable, but once they ran into hackers, they lost interest in the game. But people still played it. Let's put that out there. People still played it, right? People still enjoyed the game, and it's great. But that's going to be a huge issue moving forward with allowing crossplay to be part of the Challengers League. Like, that's something different. So if you guys are new, if you guys don't know what, if you're not hip to the lingo of the Call of Duty scene, the Challengers League was, well, now is the new way to the path to pro journey. Okay, so that means you get a team. You can go sign yourself under a smaller organization out there, or you make your own group or whatever, and you climb the ranks and try to get yourself noticed out there and get yourself more exposure as a player, right? As an underground player, like a semi-pro player, whatever you want to call yourself, right? So going through these challenger series and playing in these tournaments and getting yourself exposure out there, get your name up and rising up the ranks, it puts you in a better spot to be scouted by these giant, the bigger or esports organizations, which is really cool. I like that. I like that idea. I know people talked about before that when the Call of Duty World League kind of was a thing before the Call of Duty League started, before it went franchise. The Challenger series or the amateur series was a lot easier to get more exposure because we didn't have franchise teams. We had teams that went out, competed, grinded up to get to the World League to be a part of the grand stage of them all. All right. There was smaller teams out there who wanted to prove themselves against bigger players, and they had the opportunity to do that. Now that the Call of Duty League is franchise, they went franchise, you can't do that anymore. You actually have to grind up the ranks and prove yourself every single time you have the opportunity to do it. That can be including doing game battles online, rising up the ladders, going to different tournaments and winning those tournaments, and also adding those to your gaming resume. It makes it a little bit more harder for the amateurs or the players that want to be great into the league. It makes it a little bit more harder for them to get exposed or get seen. It's not impossible. This makes it more difficult. Now with the Challengers League or Challengers Arena, whatever you want to call it, going cross-platform, I'm not sure how this is going to work. Again, I'm not a big fan of PCs going against console. I would love to see them take this as slowly as possible. I was hoping I would see some PlayStation versus Xbox first, do the consoles together first, and then maybe down the line go into the PC part of it. Unfortunately, that's not the way. And unfortunately, it's starting to show that esports will be taken over by PCs. Like it's just down. That's basically what it's come down to. Majority of the esports industry, when it comes to games, are ran for PCs. Look at Counter-Strike. Look at League of Legends. Look at what's some other ones out there? Look at Fortnite's debatable. Some people say Fortnite's not really an esport, but it's competitive, but it is what it is. But look at just look at all the other games out there. Rainbow Six Siege. Look at the pro status, the pro leagues of those games. PUBG is another one. Look at those games, and how many console players do you see grinding for pro? Barely any. You probably won't see any controller players in those areas. A lot of people will argue that real true competitive gamers are supposed to be on PC. Depending on the game, they have to be on PC. Me having the experience in consoles, majority of it, and now trying to get myself introduced to PC. PC is challenging. I give them that. PC is very challenging. It is not easy to get used to for me. I might have lost that time, but I'm trying to work my way up there. But looking at those games and seeing how PC dominating it really is in the esports scene, I would really, really hate to see the Call of Duty League get dominated by PC players. That's not. I don't think you can't. I don't like that concept. When the OGs of the Call of Duty scene, of the Call of Duty community, they started out with console. They grinded it. They made it what it was today. So for newbies to come in, the people that took over the league and made the league or whatever, and they made this giant change. I feel like it all comes down to money. It all comes down to money. If you look at other esports leagues and stuff like that, and esports games, there's always money in the scene for PC. Like no matter where you go, PC games, League of Legends. There's a big sponsors, big names and all that, big ideas, and this great way to make extra money when it comes to PC. Because if you are able to sell PCs, especially custom PCs, you're going to have to be able to sell parts. And if you sell parts, you're always going to have to add newer parts to your PC. So if you put in at the shopping cart or whatever, before you hit checkout, hit a exclamation point or like a hashtag C COD League or Call of Duty League in there, you get a discount. Like everything turns back to money, and it's a business move. It is what it is. I respect it. All right, I do. But when it comes down to competition and how enjoyable it's going to be, I just hope that when it gets down to it all, the pros will have to be on controller. I just hope it sticks to that. I don't want to see, like, I really do not. I really hope we do not see. I know probably okay after this season. The pros are already they're set in their ways. They're set. The pros are traded and all that whatever. There's pros in the scene that are all controller, which is cool. But I really hope that the season after this in 2022, we don't have a PC player coming in with a mouse and keyboard competing against controller players. Like there's going to be a mix of a lot of things, and it's going to destroy. I feel like it's going to destroy the competitiveness of the Call of Duty scene when it comes to the pros, and I don't want to see that. For years, players have been grinding on controller and trying to be the best they can be with their reaction time, and I don't know. It's just something about that controller feeling when it comes to Call of Duty. I don't think you want to take that out. I don't think you want to take that out. You just got Scuff Gaming as one of your as one of your sponsors. So why would you give that up? Well, you probably won't even have to give that up. Let's be real with it. You probably won't have to give up the Scuff Gaming gaming sponsorship because you can hook up a controller to your PC and play. That's what the pros are doing. So probably that won't really affect anything. But the gameplay itself is going to change the dynamic of Call of Duty when it comes to mouse and keyboard. It's going to change. Look at what you see in the Warzone scene right now. When you put PC players against console players, it is so hard for console players to stay alive in Warzone. Like, it is so hard unless you're a pro. I mean, I gotta give you that. The internet's good. You got some good aiming. What it is. But it's hard to play against PC players because that mouse point and click, you're good to go. It's insane. It really is insane. But I am hoping it does not happen. But then again, we'll see. I definitely want to talk about this a little bit more. I want to actually read a little bit more into this to see what they have to offer. Okay. So if you're watching this, I have the Call of Duty League transition stuff all on there, and oh goodness gracious, I'm very nervous, extremely nervous. But this is what happens. Okay. So the platform transition is what they're calling it right now. They're changing it to PC plus controller in the beginning of 2021 season. Okay, it's really cool. I mean, like I said, it's exciting. It's an exciting transition, but I'm just nervous that this is what's going to happen. From what I'm reading now is they're going to play on PC, and all the pro players have to play with a league approved controller of their choice, which is something I'm hoping that it stays like this. It says it now for the 2021 season, which is, obviously has to happen. Majority of the players, I'm sorry, all of the players in the Call of Duty League are controller players, so they have to stick to that. Now, what's going to happen afterwards? How is it moving after this season? What if there's a player since the Call of Duty Challengers League is now doing crossplay? What if there's a player from the PC generation or PC, side of things who decides, hey, I'm good at this game. I'm competing. I'm grinding up the ranks. I'm going to these competitions. Whatever, whatever. All this, all this, all that. And they start getting looks like this player's really good. Like, what happens next? I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I'm putting it out there. So here is what they say about the Call of Duty Challengers crossplay. Okay, they are allowing the challengers to be all cross-platform, across console and PC. Okay, so Xbox, PlayStation, PC, all together. All right. The players are required to use controllers. Mouse and keyboard peripherals will not be allowed. So why in the world? What's the? So my question was this. My question is this: Why do you? Why is PC? What were they thinking when they said PC is allowed? If you're telling the players that you can't use mouse and keyboard, and you have a PC player who is dominating in the mouse and keyboard era, in their area of their gameplay, you're forcing somebody to change the entire way they play, and they have to conform. They have to conform to that. Like, why not just say, hey, we're just playing controller players? Like, why not do that? But no, they say this is how they're doing it. They're allowing players to play this. But then again, we still have to be careful. We still have to be careful. PC players still have, like, well, supposedly all consoles have this access, but you see it more predominantly on PC players. They have the ability to use hacking and cheating and all that stuff in their gameplay when they're playing shooter games or any kind of game, right? So how do they monitor that? I know this past week, I believe, Activision has sent the creators of a hacking software a cease and desist, like, I guess, agreement or some kind of like lawsuit, which told them, like, hey, if you don't stop this, if you don't shut down right now, we're coming for you. We're going to shut you down. We're gonna sue you for all you got. And I mean, supposedly it works. But then again, come on, let's be realistic. This is the technology world. If one shuts down, another one's going to open up right after that. So I mean, it's bound to happen. Like, we're not stupid out here, right? We know it's going to happen. I stress to y'all. I'm just extremely nervous to get to the point where we're going to watch the Challengers League plays on YouTube or whatever they're going to broadcast it, and it's legit. Oh, fingers crossed. There's gonna be. I hope there's no person. I hope there's nobody out there that's going to use that time to legitimately cheat on a live stream. That's my concern. They're gonna, like, broadcast this clear as day out here to people all around the world to watch the Challengers League, and there's going to be one player that's going to ruin it. They're going to ruin it for so many other players out there who are trying to grind. That's my concern. But hey, Activision, I mean, it is what it is. They're all for it. All right, they're all for it. They're ready to go. They think this might be a good opportunity. It is. As a business move, it's a smart move. It's a smart move. It's a way to keep pushing things forward with the league, and I feel like it's going to be. I'm just hoping. I want the best for this league. I want the best for the Call of Duty League. I want them to continue moving forward and actually pushing into new ideas. All right, because you don't want to be a part of a league or be a fan of a league and it's constantly the same things over and over and over again. All right, you don't want that, because once you start doing that, you can't enjoy the game anymore. Like, where's the new content? Where's the excitement? Where's the different things going on? And then I guess they want to keep things fresh. So this is their way to do it, which I gotta respect it. They gotta respect it. So outside of that, we have to talk about roster mania. Okay, roster mania again is when the league ends and organizations scramble legit. I feel like the way I see it, they scrambled to find the players they want for the new year or for new season. All right, a lot of even after the freaking league ended this year, Clayster was dropped. Now the owner of the Dallas, or at least the general manager of the Dallas Empire, said that this is something that he wanted, that Clayster wanted. You know, this is what he would want to happen, and they talked about it. But a lot of people out there attacked attacked him and said, "No, this is you're selfish, you're money hungry, whatever." They attacked the guy. It sucks when you have to make these kind of tough decisions, and people don't understand that this is not a decision that he just made by himself. This is just to do it. He did it because this is what the player wants. So you gotta respect that. You gotta respect the grind. You gotta respect that kind of decision. That decision making is best for the business. It's best for the player, and respect it. It's the hardest thing. But outside of that, let's talk about that. The Minnesota Rocker announced they announced their roster, which is crazy. Look at this. You have Priesta, you have Attach, you have Accuracy, and then you have Major Maniac. Oh my gosh, insane! I don't know how. I don't, man. Oh my gosh, my mind is blown. My mind is legitimately blown. Like it's insane how that's gonna happen. And then recently, like they just announced that Arcides is going to Atlanta FaZe. Arcides is going to Atlanta FaZe. Holy smokes! Like, it's so much stuff going on, chat. And then you forgot. Wait, and then you have freaking Dashy. Dashy's going back to home. He's going back home. Let's just put it out there. Dashy is going back home. He is a part of the Green Wall. Let's see. Let's figure this out. I couldn't say he's a part of the Green Wall. He has, no matter what side he's been in, Optic Gaming or Chicago Huntsman, he's a part of the Green Wall. All right. The OG Green Wall is with the Chicago Huntsman, and the newer generation of the Green Wall is Optic Gaming in Los Angeles. Respect it. We respect it. But he's going back home, y'all. He's going back home to the originals, to the OGs, okay? So he's going back to the Chicago Huntsman, which I'm super excited for. And let's see, like, I don't know, y'all. This is big stuff. This is a this is a big thing. All right. Learning about the background of just the teams, that all the drama that came out of the Call of Duty League for a while, and seeing what's to come and what's going to happen next with all these teams and all the different changes being made. It's going to be crazy. It legit is going to be crazy. Now, from what I'm hearing, and the internet's hearing, the 4 players that are going to be a part of the Chicago Huntsmen will come down to Scump, Formal, Envoy, wherever you guys want to call him. I call him Envoy because it just sounds better to me. I mean, yeah, it depends on where you're from. I don't know. And then you have Dashy going right with them. Those 4 are going to be it's going to be a dangerous squad right there. Like, it's going to be insane. So I'm excited to see how that's going to happen. I'm just excited to see where the other teams fall, and trying to see what's going to happen next. Like, where they're going to go. How is it going to work out? If there's any bigger things coming out with the different teams making. I know there's some conversation about Wisconsin not returning to the Call of Duty League this year, just because of, I don't know. There's so many different things behind that. They said even Hex couldn't calm that guy down. He couldn't convince him to say, "Hey, stay in the league for a little bit longer." From sources, they said, "Nah, he ain't with it." So he might be stepping out, and it's interesting. It's really interesting to see how this is all falling apart. Not falling apart, but all coming together, and just seeing what's going to happen next. Roster Mania is not even done yet, y'all. So many moves are still happening behind the scenes that nobody knows about, and it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. There were talks about the Call of Duty League expanding. Okay, with this expansion, I believe it was going to go from 12 teams up to 18 teams. I believe something like that. Was that what it was? Something like that. So with that expansion, we're trying to figure out who's going to be joining. If that, I know they said it's not happening this year. It's not happening this year because it's just not working. It's not going to happen. Okay, so I'm excited to see what was going to happen or how is it actually going to all work out. If this does come to the point where, hey, we have room to expand, who wants to be a part of it? There has been talks that Dr. Disrespect wants to be a part of the Call of Duty League in some way, shape, or form as an owner of a team, owner as an organization to be a part of the CDL. Like, I want to know how it's going to work. I want to know what team he's trying to bring in, where his team's going to be based of. I want to say it's probably going to be somewhere in California because that's where he resides, which makes sense. But is there a way for a return of the 100 Thieves with Nate Shot? Like, let's talk about that. Let's dig deep into that. People forget it. So, well, hope people didn't forget. Nate Shot was one of the OGs from Optic Gaming as well. You know, he was part of the Call of Duty League. He was a big figure in that, and that's where he grew his career. He grew his career out of the Call of Duty League. So now that he owns 100 Thieves, you know, after before the inaugural Call of Duty League started, he had a team in there, and his team was amazing. The 100 Thieves team was amazing watching it. You know, they're a great player. I believe Kenny was a part of that team. You know, there's a few other players on that team that did very well for themselves. The last, let me think back. Let me see if I can think back about it, make sure I remember this right. When I watched it, the last year before the whole league went franchise and teams were disbanded and all that, the 100 Thieves team lost a match, lost a round, whatever. They were put in the losers bracket. They worked their way all the way up from the losers bracket to get to the championship, to the finals. That's what, if I remember this correctly, this is what happened. I know EU United basically won that last one, which was great. It was a great run. But 100 Thieves worked their tails off to get up to where they were now. Like, it was insane. It was a great run. But imagine bringing Nade Shot and the 100 Thieves back to the Call of Duty scene would be epic. Like, imagine the rivalries, the friendly rivalries at that. But 100 Thieves versus Chicago Huntsman, you know? That's where Nade Shot started with Hex and Scump and all that. And imagine with 100 Thieves versus Dallas Empire against Crim Six and all that. Like, all the storylines behind what could possibly happen. Oh, it's freaking amazing. It's exciting. It's exciting to think about. But unfortunately, we're not getting it this year. It's not happening. They refuse to expand, and which is, it's all right. I was mad at first, but if you think about it, it makes sense. It's too early. We didn't get a chance to see how everything worked out because of coronavirus. We weren't able to see how, when stadiums were packed and tickets were sold. We weren't able to finish seeing how this entire league would play out. We got to maybe 3 or 4 home series, and we had to shut down. The whole thing had to shut down. So we couldn't see the entire league unfold before our eyes because of this virus. So I feel like this is a good move. You have to wait. You have to wait it out. See what's going to happen after this coronavirus thing, or see what's going to happen after this season if things get back, to somewhat normal, whatever the normal is going to be, and see how it grows. See where we get. See what happens with the world when we get there. Right. But it is going to expand. Not this year, but there will be a time where the Call of Duty League will expand. And if you think about it, that price tag is going to be even higher than it was for the original teams to get in here. I believe they paid $2 million. If I'm correct? I think it was $2 million. Is it $2 million or $20 million? So it's in the millions. All right, it's a lot of money to be a part of the first Call of Duty franchise league. That's dedication. Let's just put that out there. That is dedication. that is commitment to this community. That is a scare. It is a scary thought to have as an org owner, as a entrepreneur, or as a business owner, or a person, an investor in the league that has. It's brand new, so sometimes brand new things have a lot of hiccups. Which this year we've seen a lot of hiccups because of the going online and stuff like that. We had a lot of issues, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. All right. Again, we've got to move forward past that, and I just really hope that someday soon. Probably, I know it's not gonna happen this season, but it's upcoming season. It's upcoming season, but I'm hoping that it will happen in the season right after. It's in 2022. I want to see some more teams in here. I want to see some more action. I want to see some more intensity. I want to see some more crazy things in this Call of Duty League. So, y'all, this is gonna be interesting. This is going to be very interesting, and I'm so excited to be able to follow along in this journey with everybody. I know being in doing this podcast every other Wednesday is different because so many things happen in the Call of Duty League or just in the Call of Duty scene, and I'm trying to keep up my best to make sure you guys are informed and keep you guys updated with everything, and we'll continue to do that. Okay, I guarantee it. We're going to continue to do that. Put some more content out there and let you guys know what's going on. If you haven't, you got to keep your eyes out on what's going to happen next with the league. Okay, make sure you follow them on Twitter. Make sure you understand. Just keep your eyes open because Roster Mania is not done yet. All right, Roster Mania still has contracts still have to be signed. People are still going to be moved. Players are going to retire. It's going to be insane. All right, I'm telling you, you do not want to miss this. All right, we will continue to talk more about the Call of Duty League on the next podcast, just to kind of give you guys an update about what's going on. If there's any changes to the rules, if there's any changes to the rosters, if there's any kind of content, any kind of news behind what's going on in Call of Duty, we will make sure to talk about it. Okay. So I appreciate y'all for taking the time to watch the video or just listen to the audio. Please, if you love what you see, let me know. I would love, if you're on YouTube right now watching this video, make sure you hit the like button if you like it. Hit the subscribe button as well, and also leave a comment. Let me know what you want to talk about. Let me know what you want me to discuss. If you're in the audio, do the same. If you're able to do a comment section, feel free. All right, so leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. We'll be back next time, and I appreciate you guys so much for being a part of this this podcast. We will continue to bring you more content with Call of Duty, and hopefully some more other games out there. All right, we're going to talk about a little bit more about streaming pretty soon here. I know there's a lot of streaming news out there that we want to cover, which is going to happen next time as well. So please, I appreciate you again. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I'll see you later. Take it easy. I'm out of here.